started about 6 weeks ago when Pastor preached on the fleeces and Gideon, prayed, let the fleece be dry and the ground be wet. He did that, and that's what it was in the morning. Then he prayed the opposite, and that's he knew he was supposed to go attack the army. Well, as he preached that, I had this vision that we need to do something for our pastor from the Heart Theater. I said, Lord, I'm putting up my fleece. Give me a sign. Give me a sign that this is what we're supposed to do. Sermon ends. I haven't talked to Pastor about From the Heart in a long time. First thing he does, he comes to me and says, hey, you want to keep this From the Heart Theater going? Why don't you go talk to the actor? I said, okay, Lord. I knew we were going to do this. So I started making phone calls, and I got to tell you, the response from the Heart players has been outstanding. I want to thank you guys very much. But for those who don't know much about From the Heart, let me tell you this. From the Heart has 3 main points. Number 1, it's going to be a positive message. Number 2, everyone's going to be welcome in the community. We're not turning back anyone. There are people who've been in our shows, me being one of them, that will tell you I would never got a chance if it wasn't from the Heart. And the most important thing about From the Heart is it's about ministry. It's about ministry first to the cast, as we love on each other and we put together a show. And then it's about ministry to our audience. And through those things, if we're able to put together a show that's worth seeing, that'll be the product of those three things. That was our pastor's vision. I believe in that vision. And I got a bunch of people here tonight who've been part of that vision. So without further ado, we're going to have a good time. We're going to start the way we started. We're going to end the way we ended. And you don't know what that means, but you'll find out later. So, it's time for me to be quiet. Let's have a show with a good time.
Day by day, day by day, oh dear Lord, three things I pray. To see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day, day by day, day by day. Oh dear Lord, three things I pray. To see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day, day by day, day by day. Oh dear Lord, three things I pray. To see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day, day by day, day by day. Oh dear Lord, three things I pray. To see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day, day by day, day by day. Oh dear Lord, three things I pray. To see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, to follow thee more clearly, to see thee more dearly, love thee more dearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day, day by day, by day by day by day.
I'm back here. Turn back, oh man, forswear thy foolish way. Old now is earth, and none may count her days. Da 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 da. Yet thou, her child, whose head is crowned with flame, still will not hear thy inner God proclaim. Turn back, oh man. Is your seat comfortable, sir? Turn back, oh man. Is my seat comfortable, sir? Turn back, oh man. Oh, can you take it? Forswear thy foolish ways. Ceiling, I'm going to the front of the theater. Earth might be fed, and all men glad and wise. Age after age, their tragic empires rise. Da 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 da. Built wide.
all her people one. Not till that hour shall God's whole will be done. Now, even now, once more from earth to sky, peals forth in joy man's old undaunted cry. Earth shall be fair, and all her people one.
Come here, Jesus. I got something to show you. Turn back, oh man, forswear thy foolish way. Oh, now is earth and none may count her day. Da 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 da, yet thou, her child, whose head is crowned with praise, still will not hear thy inner God proclaim. Turn back, oh man. Turn back, oh man. Turn back, oh man. Forswear thy foolish ways.
When wilt thou save the people, O God of mercy, when? The people, Lord, the people, not thrones and crowns, but men. Flowers of thy heart, O God, are they? Let them not pass like weeds away. Their heritage, a sunless day. God save the people. Shall crime cry forever, strength aiding still the strong? Is it thy will, O Father, that men shall toil for wrong? No, say thy mountains, no, say thy skies. Man's cloud and sun shall brightly rise, and songs be heard instead of sighs. God save the people. When wilt thou save the people, O God of mercy, when? The people, Lord, the people, not thrones and crowns, but men. God save the people, for thine they are, thy children as thy angels fair. God save the people from despair. God save the people. God save the people. God save the people. God save the people. When wilt thou save the people?
please tell me what your favorite From the Heart Theater show is and why.
Man of La Mancha was my favorite show. And I think that was because we actually had a live orchestra, and I got to put that together and direct it and know the ins and outs of all of the show, so that was my favorite.
That's a tough one. Well, I've done two. I think Joseph was my favorite. I don't know, I like the dancing, even though I have 3 left feet, but I think Joseph was fun. Lots of fun.
I would almost have to reiterate Sandy's comment, because no one has had a live orchestra in Twin Falls for many, many years. So it was huge to have that for Man of La Mancha, and we were back at CSI, and so that was a really fun venue to be with. But I also have great memories of Joseph, and I did not do Godspell, so I guess that one I was just in the audience, but it's hard to pick a favorite. Like them all.
Wow, that's hard to narrow that down. I love them all. Joseph is one of my favorites, but you know, I got to go with Man from La Mancha because I was in that show. I was the villain against Dusty's character, and loved the songs in that show. Loved the characters. We had a lot of fun working with everybody. It was great.
Well, the only show that I had the privilege of being a part of was It's a Wonderful Life, and I'd have to say that Bert the Cop was the quintessential centerpiece of that show.
So we lived out of state for the first 2, and we were here and saw Man of La Mancha. I loved that one. That was a lot of fun. That was very well done. And then also, of course, It's a Wonderful Life. Love the message, love the story, love to be in it.
I would have to say Joseph would be my favorite that I've been in, just because it was so fun to play Pharaoh. Had a great time just letting my hair down or hair up as opposed to what Pharaoh would do, and enjoyed the camaraderie of that show.
Joseph, I think, is my favorite. It's got a lot of really great songs, and the brothers and wives are awesome. Although I have to say that my favorite part is having Paul dressed as Elvis and doing his Elvis moves.
That's a hard question. I like them all for different reasons. I guess Godspell is actually not my favorite show. It's the randomness is too much for a type A person like myself. But because it was the first one, that probably was my favorite, just because it was the beginning and we just had a really special group of people. And then, you know, Joseph will always be special too, just because I love the show and we had so much fun.
There's only been one. I've only been here for 2 years, a little over 2 years, and that is It's a Wonderful Life. And I wasn't sure if I ought to try out for it because it was a musical. I'm not all that much of a singer, really, but my wife talked me into it, and so I tried out. I went out there, I played my role, had a whole lot of fun. I'm glad I did it.
Well, I gotta be a little biased, I guess, in Godspell. That was what I was in. But I'd see that Joseph Technicolor Dreamcoat, which is very well done as well. Jeff did a great show there as well.
Well, I've only been in one, and I've only seen one, which was Wonderful Life. I mean, it was my very first musical, and so Jeff really kind of took a chance on me. So I mean, the whole thing was just amazing. But I mean, I really liked the moon scene. Just because it's a really iconic scene of the movie, and it was a good song.
Well, I'm partial to It's a Wonderful Life. It's the first show I'd ever done. I was Bob Bailey, died in about the first 15 minutes, and then I came back as the bank examiner.
Or rehearsal with Jeff. I want to do this little thing he called "This Isn't That, That Isn't This," and quite honestly, we don't know what this is, we don't know what that is, and we're not doing it. Okay? Jeff had things he did with all of his cast, and I brought in a pro to help me with this one. It's a surprise for Jeff, and please pray for me. without further ado, this is Jerry Johnson. Jerry did our sound in our last play, and he's a great friend.
I did.
That's right. We're going to have some fun here, I hope. He's going to have some fun on the Foolish.
Vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and I quote the facts historical. For better not to walk with water and coracle. I am very well acquainted to with matters mathematical. I understand equations from the simple and quadratical. And now I know with theorem teeming with a lot of news. Got it! With many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
Many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse. Many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse. Many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings are fabulous. In short, and matter vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general.
He is the very model of a modern major general.
I dare say, sir. Second verse. Well, that's all right. It's okay. No, fine. I know I'm in the history, King Arthur and Canados. I answer hot acrostics, I'm a presentation of paradox. I go to the giants or the crimes of Mediocanus. In comments like the full peculiarities parabolous. I can tell about the Raphaels and Genedos and Zophanies. I know the croaking chorus for the frogs of Aristophanes. But I can have a few of which I've heard the music's dinner for. Dinner for. Got it. And whistle on the ears and then infernal nonsense pinafore.
Whistle on the ears and then infernal nonsense pinafore. Whistle on the ears and then infernal nonsense pinafore. Whistle on the ears and then infernal pinafore.
Then I can have a portion with a Babylonian cuneiform and tell you every detail of Caractacus' uniform. In short, a matter vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general.
He is the very model of a modern major general.
In fact, when I know what is meant by Babylon and unraveling, when I can tell its side a Mauser rifle from a javelin, when such affairs as sorties and surprises I will wait, and when I've learned precisely what is meant by commissariat. Oh, when I have learned what progress has been made in modern gunnery, when I know more of tactics than a novice in a nunnery, in short, when I'm smattering of elemental strategy, strategy. You'll say a metal major general has never strategy!
General has never strategy. Say a better major general has never strategy. Say a better major strategy.
Oh, I'm the telling of a joint bloody elementary has only been run down from the beginning of the century, but still a matter I need my wife's.
Father, something to tell you. A story of our time. A tragic but inspiring tale of manhood in crime. Though you had a dozen sons, well now that's not quite true. Feel no sorrow, do not grieve. He would not want you to. There's a one more angel in heaven. There's one more star in the sky. Joseph will never forget you. It's tough, but we're gonna get by. There's one less place at our table. There's one more tear in my eye. But Joseph, the things that you stood for, life through the night, never died. When I think of his last great battle, it all comes to my throat. It takes a man who knows no fear to wrestle. And they don't. His bloodstained coat is tribute to, I know, sacrifice. His body may be past this deep, but his soul's in paradise. So long, little Joe. Adios, buckaroo. And for you, buddy. There's one best place at our table. There's one more tear in my eye. Joseph, the things that you stood for. Life through the night, never die. Carve his name with pride and courage. Let no tear be shed. If you have not laid down your life, we all would now be dead.
Now introducing the king of the land, the tip of the pyramid, Pharaoh himself.
Elvis is in the building. I was wandering along by the banks of the river when 7 fat cows came about the Nile. And right behind these 5 healthy animals came 7 other cows, skinny and vile. Well, the thin cows ate the fat cows, which I thought would do them good. But it didn't make them fatter like I thought a monster something should. Well, the thin cows were as thin as they ever been. Well, this dream has got me baffled. Hey, Joseph, what does it mean? Well, you know that kings ain't stupid, but I don't have a clue. So don't be cruel, Joseph. Help me now, I beg of you. Well, I was standing through another field out of town when I saw 7 beautiful ears of corn. They were ripe, they were golden, and guess right behind came 7 other ears, tattered and torn. Well, the band won't aim the good for you. They came up from behind, yes they did. And Joseph, here's some punchlines, really gonna blow your mind, baby, gonna flip your lid. Well, the band was as bad as it had ever been. Well, this dream has got me all shook up, tripping ice, and tell me what it means. Hey, Joseph, won't you tell poor old Pharaoh, what does this crazy, 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 crazy dream mean? Oh, yeah.
Those good years in Canaan, the summers were endlessly good. The fields were a patchwork of clover. The winters will never do good. We strolled down the boulevard together, and everything around us was fine.
Now the fields are dead and bare, no spotted living anywhere. And every day we drink their wine.
Oh yes, those young days we used to know. Where have they gone? Where did they go? And again, raise your berets to those gaming days. Do you remember those wonderful parties? There's something that I liked to do with my brothers. Those odoriferous parties. Speaking of odoriferous, they're elegant flowers and prettiest of June, just for June. But since we lost Joseph, we've gone to the other extreme. No one comes to dinner now, we'd only eat them anyhow. I find I'm even missing Joseph's dream. Those young days we used to know, where have they gone? Where did they go? Again, raise your berets to those Canaan days.
It's funny, but since we got Joseph, we've gone to the other extreme. Perhaps we all misjudged the lad. Perhaps he wasn't quite that bad. And how we miss his entertaining dreams.
That's good. Very nice. You were particularly smelly. And I like you. You're very cute.
Those Canaan days we used to know, where have they gone? Where did
these lyrics were played twice, so I expect some camaraderie and some teamwork on this, okay?
Okay, good.
Jeff, again, I just want to say thank you. This was such a privilege to do. I closed my eyes, drew back the curtains to see for certain what I thought I knew far, far away. Someone was weeping and the world was sleeping. Any dream will do. I wore my coat, come on, you know this, with golden lining, bright colors shining, wonderful and new. And in the east, the dawn was breaking, and the world was waking. Any dream will do. Drum roll, please. A crash of drums, a flash of light. My golden coat flew out of sight. The colors faded into darkness. I was left alone. May I return to the beginning. The light is dimming, and the dream is too. The world and I, we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. A crash of drums, a flash of light. My golden coat flew out of sight. The colors faded into darkness. I was left alone. May I return to the beginning. The light is dimming, and the dream is true. The world and I, we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. Any dream will. Any dream will. Any dream will do. Any dream will do.
Please tell me what your favorite From the Heart Theater show is and why.
Okay, you first. Joseph, definitely Joseph, because the narrator is one of my dream parts. So yes, that would be my favorite show, hands down.
My favorite show was also Joseph, because I was a brother for like a hot minute, for like 2 weeks, and then they found a brother, so I was kicked out. Not really, but that one was the funnest to watch, just because all the choreography and the colors and the cast was just amazing, and that was just a really fun, upbeat show. So
my favorite is Godspell, and I'm not really sure why. I think it's just because like it was so colorful and it was his first program that we've ever got to see, and it was here, so that just kind of made it more special and stuff.
Mine was It's a Wonderful Life because I was in it. It was a blast to be a part of that and to share that with everybody and all my church friends, and that was probably why I enjoyed that so much, just because all my church friends were in it.
I've been thinking about this a lot, so it has to be Godspell. Godspell was my favorite. I saw Godspell when I was 18,
and loved it and knew the part that I wanted to play, and it was whoever sang Turn Back, Oh Man, that was the part that I wanted. And so I was just really excited when the show came, but also because it was a smaller cast and we really got to know each other. Pastor did a whole lot of exploration and drama games and things with us that we didn't necessarily get to do with a bigger cast. And I love these people still. My Godspell family is so close to my heart, so thank you, Pastor.
The only show I was in was Joseph, and it was my favorite because it was the first show that I got involved in theater in.
My favorite would definitely have to be, well, the one I was in, Joseph, the Technicolor Dreamcoat. It was a very good cast, high energy, a lot of fun. I remember after one of our nights of a show or practice, we went out to Kiwi Loco and we performed in just out of the blue Vacating Days. And we drew actually a really good crowd from around there. It was a lot of fun, and I've made some really good lifelong friends. That is definitely why it's one of my top favorites. I've seen all the other ones, but being in Joseph, definitely, yes.
Whether you're just helping with the show and helping with promotions or putting up posters and experiencing that show while you're watching others, or if you're on a stage and you're able to get that direct acclaim from the audience, it's always fun to see that type of community that builds around a show. And I suppose that would be what I would have to say is my favorite about all the shows, is the sense of community that's built around a show.
From the heart, to me, has always been about bringing a cast together and making them a family. Joseph, being in Joseph, was the second show that I was in, and my first show was really great, and I enjoyed being in that show. But when I came to From the Heart, it was a very different experience, very different feel. And I don't think that I recognized what the different feel was until I came back for It's a Wonderful Life, and recognized that really the whole cast comes together as a family. And so you have this wonderful time telling the story and presenting the story to the audience, but behind the stage, more than in any other theater group that I've been in, From the Heart brought all the cast together as a theater family, and it was such a wonderful experience. Being on stage with Jeff, though, was an absolute blast. And I got to know Jeff so much more in It's a Wonderful Life than I'd known him before. And I liked him before, but goodness sakes, to try to get through a practice when it's just the two of us, Second Class Angel, and we're sitting on the bench and we're squirting water out of our mouths, and we just cracked each other up and we couldn't stop laughing, and then to be able to do that on stage, that was one of the top highlights of the show, and I'm going to miss that. I've got a great memory, but I'm going to miss having Jeff around. I'm excited for him to have new opportunities and be closer to home, but I'm going to miss that.
Mute. There we go. Why does he do the things he does? Why does he do these things? Why does he march through the train that he's in, covered in glory and rusty old tin? Why does he live in a world that can't be? And what does he want of me? What does he want of me? Why does he say the things he says? Why does he say these things? Sweet Dulcinea and missive and such, nethermost hem of thy garment I touch. No one can be what he wants me to be. And what does he want of me? What does he want of me? Forgive me, I am not Dusty, but he was unable to be here tonight, so I will attempt to fill some very big shoes. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And a world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. And the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star.
If you had a card that you are writing to Jeff, what would it say?
The wife looked up to you, though, because you are taller than me.
Thanks so much for everything. Thanks for showing your love and your light, and good luck for everything.
Keep drama, keep theater, keep it all going, because I think you're wonderful at it.
Thank you for getting me out of my shell and for having fun rehearsals without a whole lot of stress.
Thanks for being a great pastor and a fun director.
Thanks for pushing me to audition for Godspell. I was planning on coming in just to audition for playing the drums in the orchestra pit, and you talked me into auditioning, and by golly, cast me as the lead.
Keep being one of our people.
And keep being awesome.
I second that.
You're much wiser.
I second that. Come back. I second that.
Thanks to Pastor Jeff for pushing me along and getting me involved.
To keep doing what he's doing because it's pretty awesome.
I'm going to miss you, Jeff. I'm going to miss Kim. I guess I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be in the shows, considering I have 2, 3, 4, who knows how many left feet, but you put up with my dancing, and I had fun doing it.
Get involved with your local alternative school wherever you are, because you are a blessing and they need that.
I wish you would reconsider. We haven't filled your spot yet.
Thanks, Jeff. It was really a great time to work together. I appreciated, getting to work alongside you, and hopefully, maybe we'll keep this going somehow. But thank you for your vision.
Dear Jeff, thank you for your enthusiasm, your love of theater, your love of people, and your love of life. Thank you, my friend. It was a great experience working with you, and best of luck in the future.
I'm gonna miss you and Kim with all my heart.
And you've really given me a new perspective on how to deliver things with joy and passion. I appreciate that.
God bless you. Have a good time in Ohio.
Just keep being you, and hopefully where you end up, you'll start another theater group, because I think people and young adults and older adults would love to work with you and be inspired by you. So I hope you continue to do what you have done here in Twin Falls.
You're so kind and compassionate to everybody regardless of what they believe or what they don't believe, and I think that that's really great. And you're just an overall kind, caring person, and we love you.
And we will miss you lots.
Good luck.
I think he's a great guy, and I'm going to miss him.
So sad to see you go, just because of that void that you're going to leave behind. I just hope you know that those of us that have been impacted by you will remember you, and we will always have that special place in our heart for you, and hopefully we do you proud, and we keep going forward for you.
Just that we're going to miss Jeff and Kim and the whole deal. I mean, they've become part of our extended family, and we wish them well, and we're really mad at them.
You've inspired me to pursue more into the world of theater and to always accept those around me, not for just face value, but what the potential that it could be. Your friend, Brent
Just like a bell. Mary, what is it you want? What is it you wish for? You want the moon? Just say the word, I'll throw the last one, pull it down for you. Say, that's not a bad idea. I'll give you the moon.
I'll take it. Then what?
Well, promise me swallow. Okay, then swallow. Moon means you shoot out your fingers, and your toes. If you want the moon, I'll give it to you. Or if you want Mars or Venus, I'll lasso those two. Just tell me your wish, and I'll tell you why. The stars will align. I'll give you the moon. If you want the moon, come travel with me. We'll circle the globe together. There's so much to see. A king and a queen will travel in style. Then rest for a while and gaze at the moon.
George Bailey, you are so talker.
It's not just talking, Mary. So, Mary, what is it you wish for? What is it you want?
If you want the moon, just look to the skies. It's already brightly shining in front of your eyes. Sometimes a wish is really a prayer. The answer is there
want to live again. Dear God, let me live again. Oh God, I want my life back. I want to live again. No matter what may happen, I want what I can. How could I be so foolish to throw it all away? Dear God, just one more moment. Dear God, just one more day of my life. A life that turns out to be the only life meant for me. My beautiful life, my wonderful life. I had a wife and family, a blessing from your hand. Friends I loved who loved me, and now I understand this chance that I've been given to see with my own eyes. Life is a gift from heaven. The only gift is love that never dies. Oh God, it started snowing. Could this be Christmas Eve? It's me. I'm really living. Dear God, I still believe in my life. A life that turns out to be the only life meant for me. My beautiful life, my wonderful life. It's a wonderful life. It's a wonderful
So, in this little envelope, we decided that Jeff deserved something for all the joy and love that he brought. And if I could bring you up here, I'd like to present this to you at this time. Notice I didn't put any name on here, so it can't be traced back to anybody in particular. So this, I don't know if I want to give it to you. Are you sure you want that? Thank you. We can spit at the audience one more time. Good. Hey, go ahead. Yeah, you better open it.
Oh, come on. I'm just a second-class angel. I know that it's sad, but it's true. 'Cause when you're a second-class angel, it may be heaven, but it makes you feel blue. I'm just a second-class angel. I walk while the others fly by. When you're a second-class angel, you can jump, but you can't get too high. Like George, you can help me, my friend. Friend? That's right, George, I'm talking to you. 'Cause I can get my wings and a lot of other things. Only have to listen till I'm through. Oh, great. I'm just a second-class angel. All I can do is stroll down the street. 'Cause when you're a second-class angel, even heaven can be hard on your feet. Oh, my oopsie-wootsies. I'm just a second-class angel. My heart isn't small when you see. 'Cause when you're a second-class angel, you can sing but in only one key. Now, George, I've got something here to say. This is the perfect time to trust Christ and believe in angels and miracles and love that never dies. By George, it's time to open your eyes.
I got a second-class angel. I guess you're an answer to prayer.
Just call me a second-class angel.
That's just my line.
Don't make a pair. I'm just a second-class angel, but I'm all the angel you need. If God sends an angel, it's time to pay attention. You got an angel in need. A bona fide heaven sent
Pastor Brian Lawrence.
Second-class angel. Got an angel in me.
The rest of the cast back up here, please. It's a wonderful life, a gift sent from heaven. It's a wonderful life, there's a purpose just for you. One life touches one life, like a candle burning bright, to light the way for others. It's a wonderful life as long as I'm with you. It's a wonderful life, come whatever will come through. Hand in hand together, toward tomorrow, day and night, the light of love will lead us. It's a wonderful life. It's a
Inspiration. It's wonderful, wonderful people. Who we're really here for is for my pastor, our director, and our friend. Thank you, Jeff Cooper.
One of the great things about theater that I love so much is that it's a collaborative art. That, they're thanking me and yeah, my idea to get started and all that. But every one of these people, when you think about the hours and hours and hours and hours this lady spent making costumes, church involved in that who'd probably never been involved in theater before. All the people who brought meals. When I think about Vera, right by my side through most of the shows and just doing a fantastic job helping direct, and Nancy and Paul just countless hours of props and assistance and help in all kinds of ways. Literally, Jesus up there in the Superman shirt came to audition on drums, and we grabbed him. And when I think about Mike and Brooke and some others who had not done theater before, and that they got their start through From the Heart, and Jen and her choreography, oh my gosh, and Rachel. I loved Jen because, I mean, obviously she's such a theater person, she's a drama teacher, but I always got to typecast her too. She and a few others know what that means. And then to consider, when you look at somebody like Joe, and the talent, I mean, the amazing talent, I mean, that's just one right here sitting in the center, but all of these people, but just the hardest thing we had was getting people to audition because they'd never heard of us. But after we did a couple shows, it became certainly a little bit easier. And I thank you, Jared, for tonight for that special song. I am the very model of a modern Major General.
I am the very model of a modern Major General.
I'm information animal, vegetable mineral.
I'm information animal, vegetable mineral.
I know the kings of England and I quote the flights historical.
I know the kings of England and I quote the flights historical.
From Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical.
From Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical.
I sit in solemn silence on a dull and dark dock.
I sit in solemn silence on a dull dark dock.
In a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock.
In a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock.
Awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock.
Awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock.
From a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block.
From a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block.
And Heather, later we will do this. Thank you all who have been audiences to all that, but mostly I have to say, it's been one of the best nights of my life. Thank you very much.
Go back on the stick picture.
Oh, Pinky sister, I thought you were going barking the
And to let you know, my hope is, once I settle in as a pastor of this new church, he wants to be in the picture, is also to try to begin a similar group. I don't know really that the town will be around, even though it's a much larger area. It's hard to beat. I mean, it is hard to beat the talent and the dedication of people who are involved in theater. We're all used to this.
Well, this is the only exercise I get during the day. So that's why one arm's just huge. It's like, as this comes down lower, that's also your cue that we need to stop. Oh man, can you? All right, and cut. All right. So, just a second here. So, simple question for you. The question is, this is light bright.
Where do I look? That's my
You're gonna look at the camera. I'll look down here so it's easy. All right. If you had a card that you had written to Jeff, what would it say?
It would have 4 words, and it would say, "This is a that."
This is a that.
This is a that.
And you have to explain, what is that?
That is Jeff's favorite pre-show ritual, and he used to make us play it all the time with Godspell, because you wouldn't have played it with Joseph because that was too big of a cast. But with a small cast, you get in a circle, and one person hands an item to the next person and says, "This is a that." And then they start another item on the other side of the circle and say, "That is a this." And then the next person passes it on, and it eventually becomes wildly confusing, and it is my least favorite activity in the entire universe.
That is awesome. Let's see, Dusty. Tell me about what you had for breakfast this morning.
Oh, I ate a little round cheese.
Oh,
the Baby Bells. Yeah, the low-fat ones.
That was your breakfast?
That was my breakfast.
Oh man,
I didn't do too well at breakfast. I didn't do a good breakfast today. I preheated the oven and had every intention in the world of making some little Pillsbury dough orange rolls.
Oh yeah.
And ended up not doing that at all. So yeah, I ate some cheese instead.
Well, is the oven still on?
No, I turned it off.
Okay.
Ready? But still there's vegetable and... What's the words again? Again, one time. Vegetable. But still there's vegetable animal and mineral. He is a very model of a modern major general. You got it?
Yeah. Can you tell that I'm watching?
Yeah. How did you sleep? How did you sleep last night?
I slept well. Yeah, I've been really good at sleeping lately. Had some tossed and turned kind of nights some time ago, but it was really good night last night. Good night. Good sleep.
Okay. Oh, I'll get my foot out of there. So, Ivan, what is your favorite From the Heart Theater show, and why?
Well, first of all, I have to say that Jeff is great. It's his left nostril that's really, it just makes his face. And isn't that great?
It is.
So okay, so I did 2 shows with I look like Nixon. I did 2 shows with From the Heart. I love Joseph. Joseph is one of the shows that's always been on the top of my bucket list. And
so, what is your favorite? Sorry, I just asked you the same question again.
Well, let me start. What I'd like to say is it's really his left nostril. And his big beard. He looks just like Santa Claus. No, wait, I'm getting this confused with somebody else.
Oh, that was Vera.
Oh, that was Vera. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I get Jeff and Vera confused all the time.
The second one, I know she's gonna beat us.
That doesn't have to be in there. Cut.
Glad I can edit this. Did you hear we're having twins?
Yeah.
So,
you guys came the other night,
that's right.
and so I found out then. I didn't even know Heidi was pregnant.
Yeah.
When she walked in, I was like, Heidi's pregnant!
Yeah, I didn't know either. So we are. So I've got to get in shape.
What a surprise for you then to find out she's pregnant.
Thanks for pushing me to audition for Godspell. I was planning on coming in just to audition for playing the drums in the orchestra pit, and you talked me into auditioning, and by golly, cast me as the lead.
Well, I'm partial to It's a Wonderful Life. It's the first show I'd ever done.
What part were you in that?
I was Pop Bailey. died in about the first 15 minutes, and then I came back as the bank examiner.
It's my first show. Got hooked into it by my pastor. I didn't even audition. And he called me up and said, I want you to play this part. And I came in and played it. The cast was unbelievable. And it was a great experience.
Look what you did. It smells so bad.
I totally got that. Oh, what do you smell like?
You're gonna miss this, Pastor. I just got out of aerial class.
That is
Over here
hilarious.
to practice this.
Man, you must love him muchly.
I really do.
To come
I do.
and
He was the first person to really cast me as a woman of ill repute. So and every show since. So oh yeah, it was.
It was the first show that I got involved in theater in, and thanks to Pastor Jeff for pushing me along and getting me involved. That's really been a life changer for me. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm happy to be involved in theater.
It was my very first musical, and so Jeff really kind of took a chance on me.
That was your first musical?
My very first musical.
Holy moly.
I was Snow White in 6th grade. No,
Dude,
5th grade.
You were amazing.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. Yeah, he really kind of took a chance on me to cast me as a lead part for my very first show.
See, I've heard that a lot in, that's a pretty common theme in some of the things some of the other interviews I've done, where they're like, man, he just really took a chance on me and let me do it, and amazing talents have been, it's been awesome.
Yeah, and Heidi was actually the one who told me to audition. She was the one that sent me the information and was like, you should do this, and so it's really thanks to Heidi and to Jeff for getting me into this show and then being a part of the other theater groups.
Because it was a smaller cast and we really got to know each other. Pastor did a whole lot of exploration and drama games and things with us that we didn't necessarily get to do with a bigger cast.
From the heart, to me, has always been about bringing a cast together and making them a family. Joseph, being in Joseph, was the second show that I was in, and well, my first show was really great and I enjoyed being in that show, but when I came to From the Heart, it was a very different experience, very different feel, and I don't think that I recognized what the different feel was until I came back for It's a Wonderful Life and recognized that really the whole cast comes together as a family, and so you have this wonderful time telling this story and presenting the story to the audience, but behind the stage, more than in any other theater group that I've been in, From the Heart brought all the cast together as a theater family, and it was such a wonderful experience. Joseph being the second show I was in, it was also one of the shows that's been top on my bucket list. I had to do Joseph, I had to be involved in Joseph, and here was this chance to be in Joseph, and I was so excited and had such a wonderful time in it. And then here comes Wonderful Life, and I'd never even known that there was a Wonderful Life musical, but then being in it and being able to have such a different experience. Usually most of my characters have been, the jolly, do whatever, the kind of upbeat character, but in Act 2 of Wonderful Life, there's such a dark downward spiral, and being able to feel that experience as an actor and then come out of it, it was very unique and helped me grow and even let me think through some personal things that I myself struggle with, my own personal struggles, and that show helped me in that regard.
What is special about From the Heart Theater Group?
From the Heart Theater Group was a neat way to bring people from the community together to hear uplifting shows that always pointed to a positive light in this negative world. And I really enjoyed that fact.
The fellowship and the positivity of what the shows represent, what the excitement and joy for being in the show, as opposed to the negativity that some shows represent. All the shows are very positive in their final outcome of what the moral of the story was.
It was so cohesive that it was really well done. I mean, I've only been with I think 2 other groups. Up to that time, this is the 3rd group I was with. And like I said, it was relaxed. And the pastor would come in and he'd say, all right, this is what we're going to do. And then 5 minutes later, he says, no, we're going to do this. And like 2 minutes later, well, let's do this. But at the end of the day, it was just everyone's giving their ideas and they were listening to him. He was listening to them. And it all came together. And at the end, when we put on the show, it was so much easier to do and there was so much less stress. And it was so much fun. And you know, the directors helped. Everyone that was had music abilities or gifts did a great job. It was very well done, and I really liked the show. I really liked the direction it went. It was just very fun.
I think the thing that sets From the Heart apart is that it was less performance oriented and more family oriented, in that Jeff worked really hard to for each show to help us create a family within ourselves, but then also to be welcoming to people from all backgrounds. And I always appreciate that though we put on great shows, it was less about the performance and more about the experience, and more about making it a great experience for people and welcoming people who wouldn't otherwise be welcomed into other theater groups, or wouldn't feel like they were included. So I've always really appreciated that.
We reach out into the community and we only do family-friendly shows, and I just think we're a great witness to the community.
All right, Delaney, where are you going? Hey, Delaney, I was just coming to talk to you. What's up? So, how are things going?
Going good.
Sweet. Just one of these. What do you think of Jeff?
I think he's a great guy, and I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah, me too. This isn't recording or anything. Very cool. What was your favorite show, and why?
Well,
If you just,
I teched for Godspell, and I really liked that.
very cool, very cool. Was there any funny tech stories that you have?
Just trying to get Jesus up was really hard when he was really
Had to,
rested.
that would be very difficult. So, oh, cool. Well, I'll talk to you.
Sneaky.
I'll talk to you a little bit later. Well, do you guys have any words of wisdom for Jeff, or anything you'd like to tell him?
Come back. Just to keep doing what he's doing, because it's pretty awesome.
I mean, I don't know, what should I add? Just, you're so kind and compassionate to everybody, regardless of what they believe or what they don't believe, and I think that that's really great. And you're just an overall kind, caring person, and we love you.
And we will miss you lots.
You've been in a lot of From the Heart Theater shows.
I have. I've been in every single one from the beginning.
What did Pastor Jeff bring to that?
He really welcomes all the actors, even though they come from different faiths, and some of them from no faiths.
Do you have any words you'd like to say to Jeff?
Yeah, but I forgot them already. Gosh darn it. Thinking about Jeff and thinking about From the Heart Theater, I think part of the uniqueness that it had was that it pulled in so many different types of people. I think a lot of people got experiences that they normally wouldn't have been able to get in other theater groups for whatever reason. But Jeff was able to invite and reach out. There were times where doing theater wasn't even on my radar, and he's calling me up saying, "Hey Ivan, won't you get in this show? Let's get your kids in the show." And he did that to other people and brought them in and gave them experience that they weren't able to get in other places. And in doing so, he also was able to share the light of Christ through his actions and through the theater experience. It was a religious experience being in a show with him because of his example and the way that he treated others I never saw him get upset. I never saw him get angry. I saw him always supporting, always uplifting, always befriending, always doing things that added to the community. And it wasn't just, a single congregation or a single group of people. He reached out throughout all the community, and I think that, that'll be missed. I think that was something that was truly uplifting to Twin Falls and the surrounding area.
Just keep being you, and hopefully where you end up, you'll start another theater group, because I think people and young adults and older adults would love to work with you and be inspired by you. So I hope you continue to do what you have done here in Twin Falls. Thank you for your inspiration.
Well, he's inspired me patriotically. I mean, he's done so much for not only me and the community, but just for the good of US of A total. He's out there. He's doing the good work. He's on the front lines. He really stands up for patriotism and your brother next door, neighbors, good old American family values. And I have to admit, the guys, when I go to the gym, they really work out hard so they can look like him, wearing spandex and everything.
You're talking about Pastor Jeff, right?
Oh, I thought we were talking about Captain America. Sorry. Pastor's great too.
I think he'll be missed dearly by his congregation, but I think that he'll be missed dearly by the community, for those who know him and those who are able to interact and be involved with him. I think he brought something really unique and very special to the community. With or without his wings, he's still an angel.
Now, you've been in a lot of shows, tons of shows. If you had to guesstimate,
It's near the 30s or just over the 30s, like 34 shows or something.
now you've done shows for a lot of the different, for almost every, I'd want to say almost every single performing company in Twin, at least.
Yeah.
What was unique about the community in the From the Heart Theater show that you participated in?
Right From the Heart was especially unique because it came along while there were still a few that had been gaining popularity and been gaining ground, and we'd seen a few shows come in and make a little splash, and then unfortunately they dissolved, or they transitioned into something different, smaller, less frequent. I think what was special with From the Heart is From the Heart came in and was able to make a big enough splash that it created an interest for the community of theater goers and theater participants. And by the next show, it had grown, and the interest had grown, and the involvement had grown. And it seemed to do that with every show. Every show made a little bit more growth and a little bit more impact on the community. And the people that had been involved in shows and in other groups had said, hey, here's a fun opportunity for us to experience something different than what we've done. And it really allowed some of those barriers to break down of people that were only doing shows with one group or another. It offered another opportunity for them to come into stage and maybe a different role while they were doing that, which was really exciting. And it was a very warm community to be a part of, very welcoming. I think a lot of that had to do with one individual in particular.
And who would that individual be?
The heart of the whole group, the leader of the whole group, Bradley Cooper. He just, there's something special about him. He came into this area as a professional, and Jeff Cooper. He Jeff?
Jeff.
Jeff Cooper.
Pretty sure that was
yeah, Jeff Cooper.
Do you have any moments during the practices that just kind of stuck out to you?
With the second show that I did with him, and that was Man of La Mancha, and it was, you could tell where we all had a vision, we all had a dream, and we were going towards that vision. And as we were now just days away from opening, and finally in the space, in the theater, and it really seemed as though we'd all made a horrible mistake. And we all kind of had this feeling of, holy cow, this is going to be a disaster. And a number of us had got on the phone to our parents and tried to come up with some excuse of why we shouldn't have them come. I think really it all had to do with styrofoam rocks. Every one of us were so frustrated with gluing these 787,000 styrofoam rocks that made up the set, and they were popping off and falling off. I think the best, and this just shows you how wonderful Jeff is. He was able to pull everyone together, keep everyone focused, and remind everyone of what we're doing there. And by the time we had run our tech rehearsal through, which everyone who's done a show knows, tech rehearsals are very tough. They never get easier. After the tech rehearsal, though, I know myself, I know a number of others that I was talking to, we were so excited about this show. We were so thrilled about this show. And we were trying to get our parents back on the phone to say, okay, now you can come. Now it's okay, now you can come. It's going to be fine. I think that's what makes Jeff so special is, and you see this without shows. You see this in his everyday life. Jeff is so strong at listening to people and understanding their needs and helping them find the strength within themselves and the strength with those around them and their support systems, and pull those people together and really make a strong and positive step forward. I just hope you know that those of us that have been impacted by you will remember you, and we will always have that special place in our heart for you, and hopefully we do you proud and we keep going forward for you.
Why do you think Jeff's being so selfish and leaving us?
I think a lot of it has to do with money, as well as the industry here that he works in is just not strong. This is a hard place for a superhero to live. I've seen a lot of Spider-Men or Bat characters trying to swing from the third story of the Shiloh Inn, and it's just not impressive. So they need a larger skyscraper type of area, and Jeff's going to do well with that. I think that big tank thing that he's been building in his basement,
yeah, that's okay.
The Geo Metro that he's been working on, it just doesn't really fit down the roads of Twin Falls, Idaho. So I think he's going to be good as a vigilante heroine in Ohio. So I'm excited for you. I'm not going to miss Jeff. Who? Jeff what? I don't even have a tattoo with his name on my arm or anything. I don't even know who you're talking about.
Yeah, we didn't ask you about that.
I'm not even gonna miss him. All right? I don't even. Who? Jeff Cooper. What a. I'm glad he's going. Okay, glad. And someone else can pick up the helm, so to lead a song from there. Yeah, I'm glad he's going. Ha 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 ha. Haha. Not like I'm gonna. I'm glad he's going.
What's up with that tattoo right there on your arm?
It's it's nothing. It was a prop. It was a prop from a show, but I had I really get into characters and wanted to kind of permanently mark my body forever.
What was the show? I don't remember that show.
Well, Jeff, he really hadn't been involved so much as I have a pillow that I named Jeff, and we have some talks, we have some powwows. We talk about shows that we want to do in the future, and this was from it was actually a show we were writing together, based upon what happens after Cats, and it starts right at the end with Memory, and she's going up into heaven, and then Jeff and I come walking around the corner, and
The pillow. Jeff, right?
You said you were going to go there, Danny. You said you weren't going to go. Get out! Get out, all right? I'm tired of you and your questions and Jeff. Get strong.